back to our channel, HBWAdventures. I'm Heather, the H. That's Brian behind the camera. And the W, well, that's our trusty sidekick, Winston. Over the last year, we haven't been doing nothing. We've actually been out on the road for a while now. We left Pennsylvania, headed south towards Florida. Then we went west all the way to Texas before we shot up north to visit Kansas and Missouri, where my son lives, then headed back towards Pennsylvania, where we spent a bit of summer, and then headed back west again, where we pick up in Bonners Ferry, Idaho. Come along for our journey if you've been inspired, if you laughed a little, or want to see something new. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Or if you just think we're dopes, you can hit that subscribe button too. We'd love to have you. Let's go.
On the way to Rapid City, our first stop was in the Badlands. We really didn't cover enough of the park, but it was great. We spent several weeks in Rapid City, South Dakota. We toured the Black Hills, went to Mount Rushmore, and did a lot of hiking.
Next stop, Devil's Tower in Wyoming. Wasn't sure what to expect. We did some hiking here and blown away. One of the most underappreciated national parks. Onto Glacier National Park, and quite honestly, videos and pictures don't do this national park justice. Short little stopover at Little Bighorn, tons of history there. But once we arrived in Glacier National Park, we had our first wildlife sightings, drove the scenic highway going to the sun, and wow, that was a little scary. Saw some moose, some bighorn sheep, and then we headed towards Bonners Ferry, Idaho.
More comfortable driving, moving the RV, maneuvering, understanding how to get from one park to another. This was the park we were at prior to Bonners Ferry. We're heading out on about a 3-hour drive.
Here we go. Honestly, long drives are not for us. 3 hours is the max. While Brian levels and unhooks, I take Winston for a quick walk. Make sure we have a place to walk every morning, and Winston gets his exercise before we get to throw it out and explore the air. First stop, recommended by the locals, is Snow Falls Lake. We head out in the Jeep, not sure what to expect, but maybe a little waterfall. But
For the last several weeks, we've been learning about bears in the woods and bear spray, and Heather has taken to mocking me for my caution.
And Winston, of course, enjoyed the Jeep ride. But, wait, did I see something? Was that a little black bear? Oh no, it's just Winston. Literally, sometimes we scare people on trails because they think Winston is a bear.
You're going to get there eventually. Look how clear that is.
So one of the things that we've noticed with South Dakota, Montana, Idaho, and probably continuing as we move south, there's just endless fire trails that you can take the Jeep on. They're not super challenging for the Jeep, but they're really spectacular roads that always seem to lead to the top of a mountain. Just very, very cool. So we thought we'd show you a couple minutes of that.
Yeah, this one was super fun. And after we stopped at the local brewery and told the locals where we went, they were like, "Oh, did you go to what was it called? Something Nose?" We literally probably stopped right before we got to the highlight of this trail, but we certainly were not disappointed. This was amazing, so pretty and so well maintained. Very impressed.
All unmarked, and really seem to be very little traffic on them that just go for miles and miles and miles. Very, very cool. Pretty area.
Okay. You gotta sit down. You have to sit. That's enough.
Are you guys having a good day so far?
Yes, we are. Thank
That's
you.
good.
Honey, did you have fun?
Yes.
Where'd we go?
We went
When we stopped at the Kootenai Brewing Company last night, we really enjoyed our time. The bartenders were amazing, and the Huckleberry wheat was probably the best one we've experienced in the area. Now we head out for our sunset drive through the, pastures of Idaho in Bonners Ferry. Very, very nice.
you go.
When we got off the chairlift, there were a lot of people at the top of the place, right? Near the snack shack. We're out here on these trails. We've seen nobody.
Yeah. Oh, there.
Are we lost?
Tourists.
Are we gonna get eaten by bears?
Probably. Just keep your eyes open for movement. That way we can assess the situation and determine how few options we actually have, which are,
We got the ladder on the chairlift.
yeah, that's not gonna work. Those circus bears climb those ladders all the time.